Hello students of class 9. So today in this class I am going to clear your doubts. So first of all, come to exercise 2.2, question number 4. Okay, so in this question we have to find the zeros of polynomial in the following, from the following polynomials. Okay, so how to find the zero of a polynomial? Zero of a polynomial means the value of x at which the polynomial is equal to 0. Okay, so here we have to equate the polynomial is equal to 0. If there is any polynomial given, then you have to equate the polynomial is equal to 0 to get the value of x. Okay, so this is the procedure of doing. You have to do step by step process. Okay, so let us do question number 4 of exercise 2.2. Question number 4, 6 number. So see, the question is px is equal to ax and the condition is given that the value of a is not equal to 0. That means except a, except 0, it take any value. Okay, any value. So see, we have to equate px is equal to what? 0. So px is equal to 0 means what? The value of ax will be also equal to 0. So we can write implies that, see here, a is multiplied with x. So if we transfer a to the right hand side, then it will become what? 0 divided by a. So 0 divided by a, we can say it will be what? 0. You know that 0 divided by any constant value, will be what? 0. Okay, so what? X is equal to 0. You can skip this step also, because see, already it is written. You can write directly x is equal to 0, because already in this particular step, it is written that when we multiply a with x, then we will get what? 0. So this is a constant value and this is not equal to 0. So what will be equal to 0? X is equal to 0. So we can write directly also. So x is equal to 0 is the zero of polynomial, px is equal to ax. So let us come to the next one, next question number 7. Px is equal to cx plus d, where the value of c is not equal to 0 and c and d are real numbers. So this is question number 7. So again, equating px is equal to 0 implies cx plus d is equal to 0. So we can write cx is equal to what? Minus d. Remember, if there is any question like this, suppose 2x plus 1 equal to 0. This is same as this equation. Okay, this is a what? This is a linear equation. As you can see, the degree of x is what? 1. So this is also a linear equation now. Okay, this is a linear polynomial, and when we are equating it to 0, it becomes what? Linear equation. So now you have to find the value of x, and as you know, in a linear equation you will get only one solution. So you will get only one value of x. So now in the next step, you have to transfer d to that side, you will get what? Minus d. So again see here, c is multiplied with x. So when we transfer c to that side, it will be in what? Division. So minus d by c is the 0 of the given polynomial. That means what? When we put minus d by c in place of x, okay, when we put minus d by c in place of x, we will get the answer as 0. See here, c get cancelled, minus d plus d will become what? 0. D, C, A, B, if these are used, these are all what? Real numbers, and in some cases it will be written like that some particular value will not be equal to 0. Because why it is written? See here, why it is written c is not equal to 0? Because c will come in the denominator. See here, c is come in the denominator, and if denominator is equal to 0, then the value will not be a meaningful value. Okay, it will be a meaningless quantity. All of you know that if in denominator the value is 0, then the number will be a not defined number. Okay, that is not defined. You can say not defined or meaningless quantity. That's why some conditions are given all of you know about rational number. A rational number can be expressed in p by q form, provided the denominator, that is q not equal to 0. All of you know about rational number. There is one limitation in rational number, that is the denominator should not be equal to 0. Otherwise it will not be a rational number, it is a meaningless quantity. Okay, so that's why some conditions are written after the question. Some conditions are written that this value will not be equal to 0. It cannot be 0, okay, because that part I have explained, okay, because it comes in the denominator and denominator should not be equal to 0. So next come to exercise 2.3, question number 1, 4. So see what we have to check here. First of all, here one polynomial is given. So you have to divide this polynomial by x plus 5. So I am doing number 4. Some of the students are having doubt in this question. So see, you can do it in two ways, you know about it. So first of all, the first method is you can put the value of x is equal to minus pi. From here you can find the value of x as what? Minus pi. So you can directly put minus pi in place of x in this polynomial, then you can easily find the remainder. Okay, this is first method. That is very simple, you can do it in simple manner. But when we use division, okay, long division method, when we divide, then you have to see here that pi. What is pi? First of all, I am coming to pi. What is pi? Pi is a constant value. So in class 9, suppose in class 9 or class 8 you have studied about pi. What is pi? The value of pi is what? 3.14. Or some student have asked me, it is equal to 22 by 7. So I think some of you are having doubts that why 22 by 7 means 22 by 7 is a rational number, because it is in p by q form. But that is also equal to 3.14. Again 3.14 is not a rational, it is an irrational number. So answer is C. 22 by 7 is a rational number. But when we say about pi, okay, when we say it in terms of pi, then we have to say one word, that is approximation, approximate. So approximate value of 22 by 7 is termed as what? Pi. So the value of pi, we can take it as 3.14 in some places, and in some places we can take it as 22 by 7 also. So it is mentioned in every question that you have to take this value, you have to take this value for the calculation, so that your calculation becomes simpler. Okay, that's why in some cases it is written that you have to take pi is equal to 22 by 7, otherwise it is written 3.14. So like that you will come across many questions in applications of geometry. In that case particularly we have to take pi. Okay, for example, whenever you have to find the area of circle or circumference, or you have to find the suppose surface area of sphere, volume of a sphere, curved surface area of a cylinder, whenever there is a circular object we have to use pi. Okay, there is a formula. So later on we will come to that topic, but here see, in this particular case it is not mentioned that you have to take pi is equal to 22 by 7. Okay, pi is a constant value, just you have to see that pi is any constant. So if suppose in place of pi, if a is written suppose, then what you have to do? You have to divide with this number only. Okay, you have to take it as what? A. So you have to do it in terms of pi only. So don't confuse that we can take 22 by 7, but here it is not mentioned. Okay, and one more thing is there, later on when you will go to class 11, then in mathematics that pi, okay, pi you can use in geometries, and also one topic is there, that is trigonometry. Okay, in case of trigonometry there is a topic that is measure of angle. Okay, in that case also you have to read, you have to learn about pi. So now we are using only one thing for measuring angle, that is degree. Suppose whenever we use protector and we make an angle 75 degree, 45 degree, like that we used to write, okay. But later on one more thing will come, one more topic will come, that is pi, that will be in radians, okay. So later on you will get this topic, but now, for now you are not here. In this question it is particularly not mentioned that what you have to take pi. And in advanced maths also there is topic trigonometry, so in that case also pi is also there, okay, in advanced mathematics. So don't go in that way, okay. Just right now see here that pi is what? Pi is a constant and you have to take pi for dividing this polynomial, okay. So let us do the division. So first see here, the first term in the dividend is x cube. I want x cube. So what term or what number I will multiply it with x to get x cube? When we multiply x square with x, we will get what? X cube. So I have to write x square in the quotient. So x square into x will be what? X cube. Okay. So it is multiplied. Now you have to multiply pi. So pi into x square will be what? Pi x square. And plus symbol is there, so you have to write plus pi x square. Okay. So like that you have to do subtraction. So minus, it will become 0. Next subtraction, it will become 3x square minus pi x square. See here, we can write this term as 3 minus pi whole bracket x square, because x square is common. That's why I have to write like this, okay. 3 minus pi whole bracket, outside the bracket I have to write x square, okay. So next I want to check, I have to check that what term is in the dividend now. This is our new dividend now, okay. So the new term, the first term is 3 minus pi whole bracket into x square. So now I want this. Don't go in this, okay. Just you have to check the first term, okay. For example, when you divide 9, 2, 3, 4, divide by what? 3. Then we check what? The first digit. We want the first, not the rest one. Okay. Like that in this also. Here see, we have to multiply 3 with 3 to get 9. Now, we don't have to check these rest of the numbers. So here also, we have to check the first term. We want first term. Okay, in first term it is 3 minus pi into x square. So what number or what term I have to multiply it with x to get this? So I have to multiply this term, okay. So I have to write 3 minus pi. When I multiply 3 minus pi with x, I will get 3 minus pi into x. But I want x square, so I have to write 1x here. Because x into x, it will become what? X square, and the remaining term will be this one only, 3 minus pi. Okay, I hope you are getting. Okay, so try to follow the steps. The next step, see, the next step, again I have to multiply pi with this term. So when I multiply pi with this term, this is constant, okay. You have to check the variable. Variable is what? X. Here no x are present, only one x is present. That means when we multiply these two terms, we will get only one x. So that term we have to write below this, because here also x is there. Okay, so you have to compare. You know about like terms, already you have studied in class 8, 7. What are like terms? Like terms means x, 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x. These are like terms, okay. So you have to write below the like terms. So next thing, I have written this, so it will get cancelled. And the second term, this is what? When we multiply this into this, we will get pi into 3 minus pi into 1x. So after subtraction, I will get 3x minus pi into 3 minus pi into x. Then this is plus 1. Okay. Now again you have to take common from the first two terms. So what is common? See here, x is common. Okay. So inside the bracket you will have 3, because we are taking x as common outside the bracket. So first term will be 3. Next will be minus pi into 3. That is 3 pi minus 3 pi. Next will be what? Minus plus pi into pi square. So plus pi square. This will be the term inside the bracket. So now this is our new dividend. Okay. So the first term is this. So I want this now. So what I have to multiply with x? See, x is already here, present here. So also x is here. So no need to multiply with another x. You have to write only this term. Okay. So if we write this term, that means this term multiplied with x will be this new term. Okay. So I have to write 3 minus 3 pi plus pi square. So 3 minus 3 pi plus pi square, it will be multiplied first with x, so I will get this. So next we have to multiply with pi, so pi into that bracket. So pi into that bracket is 3 minus 3 pi plus pi square. Okay. Now subtract, this will get cancelled. Okay, 0. Then this one will be 1 minus pi, 3 minus 3 pi plus pi square. So by multiplying pi with this bracket, you will get the remainder, and at last you have to write plus 1. So this is the final remainder. Okay. So try to practice it. So come to next one. So come to the next question. So before that, I want to show you the identity number 8. So this is the 8 number identity. This is the formula of x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz. Also in place of xyz you can write ABC also. Okay. So this is the formula. So in question number, you can see in question number 13. Okay. 13. From exercise 2.5, question number 13, you can see one question is there. The question is, if x plus y plus z is equal to 0. If x plus y is equal to 0, then you have to prove that x cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to 3xyz. You have to prove it. Okay. So see here, if this is equal to 0, and already you know we have this formula of x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz. So what we have to do? We have to put the value of x plus y plus z is equal to what? The value of this. The value of this is what? 0. So where we have to put? Where is x plus y plus z? See, this is x plus y plus z. When we put this is equal to 0, what will happen? This is 0. So 0 into this bracket will be what? 0. So all this term will go to what? This is what? This is all 0. So finally what we will have? X cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is equal to what? 0. So what we can write from this one? This equation? We can write that x cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to what? When we transfer minus 3xyz to that side, it will become what? Plus 3xyz, which we have to prove here. Okay. So this question you have to do using this identity. Okay. And when this is the new formula, you are making new formula, that means from this identity you are forming a new identity, but this identity will be helpful, will be useful, will be applied only if x plus y plus z is equal to what? 0. Okay. So let us do next question in this only. So here see, number 1, question number 14, number 1, minus 12 cube plus 7 cube plus 5 cube. So first of all here you have to check what is the value of x, y and z. See here, x cube plus y cube plus z cube also here it is present. So you have to check x is equal to what? Minus 12, y is 7 and z is 5. Now you have to check the value of x plus y plus z. So what is it? See, the value is what? 0. So if x plus y plus z is equal to 0, you can apply this formula. So what is the value of this formula? That is, you can write a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3abc. So what is in place of a? Oh sorry, you can say x. In place of x, what is having in place of x? You can write, if this is equal to 0, then we can write x cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to 3xyz. So you can write here, I am not writing, you can write xyz, you know it. So 3 into, in place of x what we have? We have to write the symbol also, okay, minus 12. In place of y we have 7 and in place of z we have 5. So multiply it, you will get the final answer. Similarly, you have to do the 2 number also, okay. So I hope this doubt class will be really helpful for you, and if you have any doubt further, so you can ask me, okay. So thank you for today.